Hi, third graders. We're going to start a new mystery. I'm kind of excited about this one. This is called The Diamond Mystery, and it's in the Whodunit Detective Agency series. So it's the Whodunit Detective Agency, The Diamond Mystery. Let me tell you a little bit about the series. It says, the books in the Whodunit Detective Agency series are set in the charming little town of Pleasant Valley. It's the sort of close-knit community where nearly everyone knows one another. The town and the characters are all fictional, of course, or are they? The main characters, Jerry and Maya, are classmates, and they're close friends who run a small detective agency together. Here they are. Additionally, so that you know a little bit about their town, this is a map of Pleasant Valley. I love it when authors, especially mystery authors, put the maps in the books. We'll take a look at this again. All right, the people in this book, it says there's Jerry, there's Maya, there's Mohammed Carrot, there's Vivian Leander, there's Danny Braveheart, and there's Luke Smith. So here are 6 characters. All right, and please be ready for an assignment at the end of this. At the end of chapter 1 and chapter 2, I'm going to just ask you to use what you already know. We have learned somebody wanted, but so then. We know how to do that with our hands. Think somebody wanted, but so then. Think about that, especially in this first chapter. Or in the first 2 chapters especially, but on a piece of paper, I'm going to ask you to please write down somebody wanted, but so then when we're finished. Chapter 1 is called The Detective's Office, and I will show pictures as they come up. The detective's office. The streets were empty in the little town of Pleasant Valley. At 3:30 on a chilly February afternoon, it was already growing dark. A late winter storm had left the town slick with freezing rain. There was a light shining through the basement window of a small house just east of town. Inside, 2 children enjoyed the cozy warmth of the basement. Their names were Jerry and Maya, classmates and good friends from school. They were off for school for winter break. Most of their friends were charging down the sledding hill, but neither Jerry nor Maya felt like joining them. They had something else on their minds. I have a feeling that something exciting is going to happen soon, said Jerry hopefully. Mumbled Maya. She had her nose in a book as usual. The 2 classmates had set up a small office in Maya's basement, and they sat in the 2 armchairs that stood next to a table piled high with books. More volumes of thick books. Maya's dad's detective stories lined the walls. Maya and Jerry liked to sit in this room and read. During winter break, they wanted to learn everything they could about how thieves and police officers worked. You see, Maya and Jerry were not just friends, they were partners as well. Together, they ran a detective agency called the Whodunit Detective Agency. A detective, of course, is a type of police officer who wears regular clothes instead of an official uniform. The detective carries out investigations and spies on suspects, takes photographs, and looks through binoculars. In the end, a good detective solves the case and catches the criminal. Here's a picture of them reading. Now I'm going to try to hold this up. There's a picture as I read. Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay. I wish we had a really exciting case, said Maya with a sigh. Maybe all the thieves are on winter break too, said Jerry. Maya opened a tidy cabinet to make sure that everything inside was well organized. It held everything that they needed for their detective work. 1, a camera with a flash to take photos in the dark. 2, a pair of binoculars to spy on things from far away. Hopefully you'll see these numbered and see the things identified. 3, a magnifying glass to check for fingerprints. 4, a mirror to peer around corners. 5, several false noses and wigs to disguise themselves. 6, a few flashlights to use when it was dark. And 7, a safe to protect the money that they'd earned. But their safe was empty because nothing exciting had happened for a long time. But once it did, Jerry and Maya were ready. They had put up signs all around Pleasant Valley. On nearly every street light and door, they hung posters that said, "The Whodunit Detective Agency, now accepting exciting and dangerous assignments. Lost wallets and runaway cats recovered. Low prices, tax included." There's a picture. So while Jerry and Maya waited for an exciting case, they researched detective stories. Maya was just about to fill Jerry in on the book that she was reading. It was a story about a dog napper who stole dogs, tied up outside stores, and then called the dog's owner to demand ransoms for the poor little pooches. Maya was upset just thinking about it. That was one criminal that she really would like to catch. But before she had a chance to describe the case to Jerry, there was a knock on the door. Jerry and Maya looked at each other in surprise. Who could it be? All right, that's chapter 1. Think in your head. Somebody wanted, but so then. Do we know all of those yet? So take time to think, and I'll be back with chapter 2.